This is Christian Ballard here at WK
Let's go. Get on base.
Well, good morning. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, sports journalist here at Ballard Sports Media, episode 21 of the Christian Ballard Show. This is my final show from Alabama. I am moving this week to Florida to be back with family, my parents, down there. This is something I've been praying about and ultimately where God's leading me. So there's that. But it happens. We move on. Even if we go out kicking and screaming and, whining and complaining about it. But uh so goodbye for now, Alabama, until September, as you see by the title. Until September. I have ULM tickets. I will be back in September to go to the ULM Alabama game with the one and only Ramajama Taylor. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Love you, Taylor. Appreciate you. And let's have a fun time when we go. So I think I know I dropped the StreamYard link. I want to look at a article or two. I think this is just going to be a quick one, and we'll try to even get back to posting these on a regular on Spotify. I think it's fun to kind of post a podcast every once in a while. I'm big on Spotify podcasts, so if you're listening on there, thank you. If you're just watching back on YouTube, that's fine too. But I just kind of want to share the screen and we'll look at what uh, ESPN has this morning. Because obviously, a lot of different articles are posted overnight, early in the morning, and you just it's talking season. We're less than a month away from kickoff, August 29th. I believe we got some games on that Friday. Heck, we might even have some. I think we got some the week before. I think we have a week 0 game. Anyway, I think we do. Don't we have in Ireland we have Kansas State, Iowa State? Um anyway, we'll share the screen. We'll look at the scheduling and everything, kind of talk about it. But I just want to see what's not necessarily like how I do the Ballard sports trends on Twitter, but I mean, kind of like that. But let's just read headlines and read some articles. Um, First thing that sticks out, great thumbnail, by the way. This looks awesome. College football's impatient index while the clock is ticking for these 11 teams from Adam Rittenberg, posted 2 hours ago. So around 8 o'clock Eastern, probably this morning. Let's check this out. What 11 teams? I notice Hugh Freeze is on here. I notice the Texas Tech head coach, Miami's Duck, and Drew Aller. So I'm assuming they're part of it. So let's see what this is all about for 2025. Um, the goal here is to index teams according to impatience entering the 2025 season. Some appear below because they haven't reached the CFP recently or at all, despite having the resources to do so. For years, decades even, a team like Georgia would have appeared below. The Bulldogs couldn't break through nationally despite baked in advantages as the only SEC program in a talent rich state with widespread fan support. Then Coach Kirby Smart came along, delivered back-to-back national titles. Now Georgia fans are getting impatient for another. Facts. um, but yeah, who's the next Georgia, right? Like who? Not to win back-to-back titles, but it did take a while for Georgia to get there, right? It's like, I mean, I know Kirby at least made a national title in his second year, but I mean, who do they have on this list? Let's see. I've sorted the impatient index into 4 tiers. Let's get started. So the 4 tiers are big money investors, need a playoff run, title or bust, and hot seat coaches. You could probably take a guess that Penn State being on here is a playoff run type of team. Maybe even for this season. Like I would go as far to say that Penn State being one of my picks for a title favorite, I think they might end up being in title or bust here on this article. I could be wrong. Let's see. Let's see. Return on investment tier, big money investors. Uh Miami. Okay. The impatience. Um this is all about money and stuff and how they spent like for recruiting and stuff. Well, I mean, this is nothing new that we don't know. I mean, it says it's law without even a conference title remains bewildering, which it does for those drawn to college football in the 1980s. Uh, let's see. There's context around a large portion of Miami's drought, namely that the school fell behind with its program investments. They simply, uh, um, Miami simply wasn't spending like a national contender, which isn't good enough, even for a program in a major city surrounded by top talent. The Hurricanes fell behind rival Florida State, but also ACC programs like Clemson and at times Virginia Tech, Louisville, and Georgia Tech. But the hiring of Cristobal in December of 2021 marked a seismic change. Okay, yeah. I see what it's doing here. Um, so, like, okay, Miami had to wait. Here's the thing about Miami. When you look at the Hurricanes and you look at Miami, they had to wait and sit back for that right coach to take them back to the promised land. They won a title in 2001. They joined the ACC later on in '04. They've never won the ACC. They have made a couple of ACC titles, at least one that I know of. They just been waiting on that coach. The recruiting's been great. They use the portal. They've had the talent. They've had the resources. They just have not had the coach that could lead them to the promised land. That's fair. I look at Miami. I say Mario Cristobal's got to be the guy now. He just has to. Um, but it goes on to say, despite Cristobal's ties to the school and the city, he wasn't going to leave Oregon with incredible resources and 2 recent conference titles for a cash-strapped situation back home. Uh, translated into transfer additions such as Cam Ward and running back Damian Martinez, great players, but they lured. Basically, it's saying um, they lured Cristobal back in with greater resources, especially with these transfers. But they've yet to break through on the field under Cristobal, going 6-10 in ACC play during his first two seasons. Last fall, Miami had the nation's top offense, led by Ward, eventual number one pick, but couldn't hold a lead at Syracuse and fell out of the ACC title game and essentially the CFP. The team once again has a high price transfer quarterback addition in Georgia's Carson Beck and a roster that talent wise projects among the best in the ACC. Yeah, that's true. I mean, for a team like Miami, it's like the patience is just it's starting to dumb down, you know. How long are you gonna wait? LSU's on here. Um, I don't I don't know. Should LSU really be on the impatient index? Well, I guess they should. Brian Kelly's done a lot for LSU in 4 seasons. 9-4 last year, 5-3. They were in the 2020, was it 2022 SEC title? They have yet to make it back. Going on 3 years almost. I mean, I could get the impatience for LSU fans. They waited a while. Coach O delivered in 2019. The recruiting's always been good. You want to consistently beat Alabama. And Brian Kelly has beaten Alabama. He's won the West. He has not won the SEC. Um, so I could get LSU being impatient. I'm not saying they need to hurry up and do it or fire Brian Kelly. I'm not saying that, but I could get that there's anticipation to get it done quickly because LSU is a preeminent program today in college football and has been for really since I don't know the 90s, early 2000s. They've just been that not like a gold standard, but they've been a mark on college football. They've made their case, I think. So LSU, I think they need a title quick. I don't think it's going to happen though. Brian Kelly, a great head coach. But the thing about him, man, he just 9 times out of 10 seems to choke in big games. And getting to a national title, you got to go through big games. And I'm not saying he can't. I just don't think he will. Personally, LSU, before firing Edo, became the only program with 3 consecutive coaches, Orgeron, Les Miles, and Nick Saban, to win national titles during the BCS and playoff era. Scott Woodward fired Orgeron. That's the athletic director, by the way. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think as far as like accolades, um, Brian Kelly's the most successful coach they've hired. Now, I say that you're saying, well, they had Nick Saban at one point. You got to understand, but you got to understand too. Going into LSU, what did Nick Saban do at the time? I mean, he was around in the NFL. He coached at Michigan State. He had winning records. He didn't have national titles yet. Now, Brian Kelly doesn't have national titles either. But Brian Kelly still had a winning record. He led Notre Dame to the 14 playoff a couple times, and he had national titles with Grand Valley State in Division II. Nick Saban didn't really have much going into the Tigers program back in 2001 or 2000. Maybe it was right in 2000, but uh, yeah, he didn't have as much on his resume other than the stops he's been at and a winning record. Brian Kelly has some titles, even though they're not FBS and they're like Division 3 or 4, whatever it is. That's that's a little different. I mean, I'm not here to downgrade, obviously, like what Nick Saban has done overall, or what he is. Like, obviously, I'm not trying to compare necessarily Brian Kelly to Nick Saban. I'm not trying to do that, so don't get it twisted. But it is interesting what it says in this article about hiring a coach coming in with the accolades he already has, uh, and yet they still haven't won a title yet with Brian Kelly. Hell, they haven't even made one. They haven't even made the playoff since 2019. And they've had, honestly, I feel like they've had some teams to do it, but they failed to win the SEC over Georgia in 22. They've beaten Alabama a couple times since then, but they still end up with 3 or 4 losses. So, I don't know, man. It's just very interesting for LSU. Oklahoma, I don't I guess. Yeah, I mean, I get like the 6 and 7, yeah, but um they have 4 with by the way, 3 of them being 3 straight CFP appearances. Have not won a title since 2000. Have not won a conference title since 2020. I can see Oklahoma being on this list here. Texas Tech is next, but it I don't know. I mean, Oklahoma finished the season pretty strong. They had wins over teams like Alabama and Auburn last year. Uh, I guess I could get if like the clock's ticking on Oklahoma, but I mean, give Brent Venables a chance. I mean, he's only been there a couple years, but I would say for the program, having been winless in the 14 playoff, having all the Heisman winners, having all the offensive talent, not quite having the defense, but that offense, man, like 2017 Oklahoma was peak offense, man, peak elite athleticism. And they lost to Georgia. Now, Georgia went on to the national title, took Alabama even in overtime, but it Oklahoma, man, with Baker Mayfield should have had it in their back pocket to get to a national title and possibly win it. I feel like outside of the fact that Georgia beat them, if you took just talent, like with who you had starting all year long, 2017 Oklahoma was the best team that made the playoffs, at least that made the play. Like, Oklahoma had it right there, man. They had it right there. Clemson was the defending champs. They had to rebuild with Kelly Bryant, and Alabama just ruined them in the Sugar Bowl. I don't know, man. Oklahoma's had some teams. The Kyler Murray year, really, really good. Not as good as 2017, in my opinion. But Oklahoma should have a national title with Lincoln Riley by now. But Lincoln Riley doesn't give two craps about defense enough to to go and make the changes he needs to. My opinion. Texas Tech. I don't know if I want to read this one. I mean, Joey McGuire's doing great, but slow your roll on. Like, what are they waiting on? Last conference title was 94. Oh, I guess if you want to talk up Big 12 titles, I could get it. Seeking a breakthrough tier, Florida, USC, championship or bust tier, Penn State, Florida State, must deliver soon tier. There's a lot of different tiers here. Wisconsin's definitely got to deliver soon. Auburn's got to deliver soon. Oh, you're gonna put Alabama in there? Come on, man. I feel I feel like Alabama, man, they might have to be in that top tier. I don't know. Must deliver soon. I agree though. I agree. Dominant under Saban. But you can't put too much pressure on the board to be like him. He just won't. He won't be. He won't be. All right. That's a good article. I like that. I'll have to share that to my Facebook real quick. Hold on. Copy. I'm gonna share that out. Usually I share really good articles, so because I got a lot of sports people on Facebook that probably love to read stuff like that. All right. Well, didn't really have much planned for today. If you listen back, thank you. I really love and appreciate you. I love and appreciate all of you. We got had a couple people watching. Um, just wanted to get on here. I know I was a few minutes late, but still, uh, I'm here. What is Fay Texas for college football playoff bets to consider? I don't bet. I'm not reading that. Saw that one. Not too much going on. Just getting really close to the season. I got a countdown app. Let's see how many days we got till week 0. 18 days till week 0 on the 23rd. We have actually a few games on. Um, don't overlook these games for 2025 here. Uh, I know we're waiting on like Georgia Tech, Colorado, and all that, but and maybe Auburn, Baylor. Uh, don't overlook these week 0 games here, please. Do me a favor and watch some of them if you really love college football. Let me zoom in so we can see these. Um, Sam Houston can field some good teams. Western Kentucky's around a 7 or 8 win team. I know it's group of 5, and I know we try to focus on like I know what you're thinking. The only good game that day for week 0 is Iowa State, Kansas State. Fair point. Stanford Hawaii's fielded some great games for us in recent years. That's going to be 7:30 Eastern. This is all Central Time for right now for me. On CBS. Fresno State's a good team, and so is Kansas. Kansas is coming up with what's that coach? Lance Leopold? Leopold? Les Miles was there a few years ago, and he didn't do too well. And then I think he had some health issues too. But Lance Leopold in Kansas, man, keep an eye on them this year. I'm not gonna bet on them to make a playoff run or anything, but I, they could improve a little bit. I think they still got that Jaden, not or Jalen. Sorry, hold on, not the Washington quarterback, but similar name, still last name Daniels. They still got him. He's a beast, man. Dual threat, a little undersized, but he uses it to his advantage sometimes. But yeah, Fresno State's fielded some good teams. I'm curious what they did last year though. I don't know if they're in the Mountain West with like Boise State and all them. They ended up 6-7 with a Northern Illinois loss in the Potato Bowl. So they went 6-6. But at the same time, it's like they've also had like an 8 or 9 win season recently. They kept some close games with like Washington State last year. They kept it close and only lost by one to Hawaii. I mean, easily. They went 6-6 regular season, but I'm looking at least 1, 2, 3 games that puts them at 9 wins if things had gone their way last year. So I'm curious about this Fresno State team here. I I'm actually really curious about them. So, but don't overlook these games here for I UNLV is probably going to be pretty good again. Idaho State, I've never even heard of them. I know Idaho, but I don't know Idaho State. I don't care about that. Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, go head to head. Stanford, Hawaii, watch that game. Fresno State. Basically, all of these games on August 23rd, except the Idaho State UNLV game. I think UNLV is going to be good. And if you want to watch it to, just see what they look like, which I don't see where it's televised, but I mean, they're playing Idaho State, man. I don't expect much from. I don't even know, like Idaho State. They're in the Big Sky Conference. I don't even know what that is. I don't pay attention to that. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but well, okay, they were one game shy of 6 wins. I'd say a bowl, but I don't know if that conference has like bowl eligibility. I don't know. Um, they gave up 77 points to Eastern Washington. Gave up 40 to Idaho, and both games they lost, by the way. Um, I don't know. I really don't know here. Fresno State or UNLV here would, I guess, Idaho State. That might be a beatdown. But don't overlook these games for week 0 here. They're going to be good. Looking forward to it, and we'll get some predictions out as we get a little closer this month. Got some Thursday and Friday games in week 1. And then the big game, Texas, Ohio State, Syracuse, Tennessee. Those at the same time is kind of criminal, right? Alabama, Florida State. What's the remind me of the big night game? Oh, Clemson, LSU. Yeah. And Auburn. I thought Auburn was opening with someone pretty big. Well, they got Baylor Friday. Okay, okay. I see it. I see it. Uh Alabama A&M and Arkansas. I don't know about Alabama A&M. I think Arkansas might run away with that one. But it'd be cool, for the in-state teams here to do something like that. Coastal Carolina and Virginia, maybe. I mean, how good is Coastal? Weren't they the only undefeated team a few years ago? I think so. So, Lawn Tractor, Millis Life. I'm gonna call you Millis Life, almost like Miller Lite. Can I do that, Millis? Would you be mad? Millis Life. I'm just kidding, bud. Georgia State and Ole Miss. Ole Miss will hang 80 points in that game. I know that by the way, I know I've been on record to say any given Saturday, if you want it, go win a big game, but you still got to look at the facts or like, you don't want to predict an upset. For example, Ole Miss, I just mentioned, Georgia State. Georgia State was a 2-win team a few years back, and I'm sure they've gotten a little better. You don't want to predict that to be like 23-20 because chances are you're going to look like an idiot. You just are. Predict 70-10 or something, and you're better off with that if it ends up being like 35-17 or something weird. Like, because then at least you can say, well, they still kind of beat them pretty good. But you don't predict close games like that. UTEP, Utah State. That might be a fun game to watch. I don't know. That's 6:30 on the CBS Sports Network. Michigan and New Mexico. I I like Michigan this year, kind of. I mean, up until like maybe Ohio State or something. Um, let's see. Then you get to Sunday and Monday. You get to Sunday, Monday. Virginia Tech and South Carolina actually might be a good game. Notre Dame, Miami. That's going to be the game. TCU, North Carolina. Bill Belichick's debut in college football. It favors TCU right now by 3, and it's not neutral site. It's in Chapel Hill. I don't know how to pick those games, and it's not quite time yet. It's not time. We'll wait. So yeah, we will wait on picking these games because I got to do a little bit more research into them before I start actually talking about them. Like there's a difference between talking off the top of your head about a game and being prepared to give a prediction. Because once you give a prediction, it's out there. And you're either going to look like the smartest football fan in the world or look like the biggest idiot in the world when it comes to a prediction. Anyway, what's up, MSU #1 fan? Says, hey, Nate. I don't see Nate in here. I don't see Nate in here, but I know you're trying to start some stuff with him a little bit. I don't blame you. Big rivalry there with Michigan State and Michigan. I, I need Iowa to hit 8 wins. I desperately. Do y'all? Let me ask y'all this, because I keep talking about this bet with Uncle Lou. Can Iowa win 8+ games? I don't think they get past 8 wins, but I need them to, because I placed the over bet with Uncle Lou. I think we did a minimum of like $10 or something for the bet, or maybe it was 15. I don't know. Albany win. Iowa State probably a loss. UMass. The non-con kind of favorable with 3 matchups or 2. UMass is a win. Rutgers is a win. Well, I don't know. I'm an idiot. I placed that bet. I'm such an idiot. Which I never like, I don't gamble. I'm not a sports betting junkie type guy like Pete and Lou, but I took him up on a bet just for fun. They could get Wisconsin, could get Rutgers. That's 2. Plus they'll have Albany and Massachusetts. That's 4 wins. How can they get 8 games? Michigan State, Nebraska, that put them at 6. Maybe they pick up Wisconsin or Minnesota. I don't know what teams like Wisconsin and Minnesota are gonna actually look like. Should Iowa be favored against Sparty on Iowa Senior Day? The only reason they should be favored is if they look better than Michigan State. Other than that, I wouldn't be trying to favor them in any games right now other than maybe Albany and UMass. I don't know what Rutgers is gonna do. I know what Penn State's gonna do. Penn State's gonna destroy Iowa. Probably. I don't know about USC or Nebraska. I don't know about Michigan State, Minnesota, Rutgers. Indiana might take a step back. They might still be good enough to beat Iowa. Oh, I don't know, man. Sparty gets the Hawks 38-17. I'll hold you to that. It's at Michigan State. And Michigan State's got a good schedule. They got to play Boston College week 2. They open with Western Michigan that Friday night. So anyway, we'll give it a few more minutes. At this point, I'm probably not going to take calls. I don't know. Um, we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Nate? I guess if y'all want to call in, you can. I don't care. I mean, I love listening to you guys talk and argue and hang out, but I don't know. I'd say I got stuff to do. We're supposed to be getting the moving truck, I think, later on, but I haven't talked to me about that yet. So until I say otherwise, click that link, get in here. Um, what else can we talk about? What's up with MLB? How bad are the Braves right now? Do I even want to look? I got my eyes closed. 47-63, 427 percentage. They won their last game though. What's it care? What's it matter? You know. They got guys back like Olsen and Riley. Here's the thing about the Braves is I think they had all those injuries early. Now they're getting guys back. But I think because they've just struggled the the whole season having to use young guys, now you get everybody back, you look a little better, but you can't find your rhythm to win. You just can't. That's what's wrong with the Braves. You just go ahead and hang the postseason up. That ain't happening. It been not happening. Pirates are worse than the Braves, says MSU fan. Let's see are they the worst team in the league? How bad is it? Rockies are awful. Oh, Rockies are always awful. For this is a beginning of time. Overall, let's look at overall in the league. Milwaukee's your best team. 2 wins up on the Cubs. Detroit, the Tigers, man, they've never been known to be this good. The Phillies are always pretty good. The Mets, the Astros. The Braves are the 4th worst. The Rockies are 30 and 81. Chicago White Sox 42 and 70. Nationals 44-67. And the Braves are 47 and 63. Tampa Bay Rays ain't doing too good either. They were. They got to get their act together too. World Series will be fun this year watching the Phillies win it, in my opinion, but I don't know. Division or league, hold on. Can we get yes. How cool would it be if Detroit made the World Series and played the Phillies? Would y'all not watch that? What's with the Twins? I don't know. I don't know what's with the Twins. Let's see what they're up to. 52-59. 4th in the Central Division. Looks like they're losing close game. Well, no, not all of them. 8-5, 13-1, 3-2, 5-4. They did beat the Guardians 5-4 to snap a 4-game losing streak though yesterday. I don't I don't know what's up with the Twins, man. 23rd in runs out of 30 teams, by the way. 23rd in batting average. They just can't hit. What's going on here? Anyway, yeah, it's not my year for baseball. I love watching a game, but it's been so hard to keep up. It's always hard to keep up with baseball on a regular. I mean, I watch a game, but it's not that sport I can consistently cover and know what I'm talking about. It's a lot, man. It's an everyday thing. I'm a football guy. Um, what's up with men's basketball for college? Who's Alabama? I haven't even looked at Alabama's schedule. Let's see here. So far, they only got Clemson. Oh, Clemson. And it looks like it's going to be at home, at least for the moment. I don't know. Okay. Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Missouri, and Notre Dame. Oh, Tennessee and Syracuse. Oh, they're doing that. That's funny. That's hilarious to me. Tennessee opens with Syracuse, and they're scheduled to play them in basketball on December 2nd. That's funny. What? How often do you see that? Plus, look, Virginia Tech, South Carolina. That's an opening football game. Oh, hey, what's up, Nate?
What's up, Ballard? How are you doing?
What are the chances in men's basketball you see the same matchup you see in football? You got 2 opening games with Tennessee and Syracuse, Virginia Tech, South Carolina, and they play each other in one of their first games of the season in men's basketball.
Yeah, that's crazy,
I don't
man.
know if I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. I
I've
could.
never seen that either. But
Alabama's not playing Florida State, but Georgia is.
yeah, is Georgia going to March Madness again? Probably not.
I don't know. I have no idea. I think they lost their key player. What was it? Anthony Edwards. I think he went to the draft. So
A while ago, I think. Um, you know what? I think. Now, I already told you about this team, but Omaha. You remember how Omaha snuck? Well, I won't say snuck in, but like cashed in their first ever appearance in March Madness last year,
yeah,
and even though it was against St. John's. Oof.
yeah.
Uh,
I'll drop that link for you, MSU fan. I'll get you on here, buddy.
yeah.
Copy, paste. Let's go. All right. Yeah, just click that link, man.
But
What's
yeah,
some other matchups? North Carolina. Oh, North Carolina, Kentucky, Florida, and Duke. Was
yeah.
Florida Duke not the Final Four last year? Where did they
I'm
play?
pretty
That
sure.
that's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome, dude. I love these matchups so much. Tennessee, Syracuse, North Carolina, Kentucky, Florida, and Duke.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Clemson and okay, so Alabama plays Clemson on a Wednesday. It's at, I guess it's at Coleman. Yeah, yeah, that's the opener. That's the opener, and it's home opener. Um, but notice this is like an ACC SEC challenge because I always get that to start out the season.
Yeah.
It's like the SEC and then one of the Power Four conferences. NC State and Auburn. Auburn might crush them. Louisville, Arkansas, Vandy, SMU, Mississippi State, and Georgia Tech could be good.
Yeah.
That's fun.
You know who's always good and still never gets to the Final Four? Uh,
Michigan.
well, they've been on Final Four before,
I
but
know.
I was talking about Creighton.
Oh, Creighton. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
talked about Creighton quite a bit. What's up,
Yeah.
MSU fan? How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Ballard, you?
I'm doing all right, man. It's been a minute since we talked. How's it looking for Michigan State this year, man?
Looking pretty good.
All right. Well, now that I got you and a Michigan fan on here, why don't we settle this and y'all duke it out if you want. I don't care. Whatever you got.
Yeah.
I don't
What do
know.
you have
You
for
said
me?
something about arm. You said something about arm wrestling him. I don't know how you're going to do that through a screen.
Yeah.
I think rock paper scissors could be good.
Yeah,
Rock paper
that's
scissors
awesome.
could work. Let's say who the bigger brother is between these two programs.
We all know that is,
No,
but
no worry. Yeah.
Prove it.
What's your record since the little brother comment?
what's on record?
What's
What?
that?
Oh,
Since the little brother comment.
I don't know. But yeah,
I'm waiting. I want some action here. Come on now.
I didn't know
I
what you
want
said.
something. I'm gonna do some research so I can back y'all up or put you in your place on my own. But
Well,
Oh, what's this? What's this? MSU fan. What? Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So you extended. There two things happened this morning. Spartans Wire puts this out that you extend an offer to a 5-star wide receiver prospect from Pennsylvania, and then also you lost a recruiting staff member to Nevada at the same time. How does that happen? That's weird.
Yeah, it is. I haven't heard nothing else on that yet, so I'll do more digging.
Yeah.
that's down
How
bad.
do
Then.
you? Yeah. Well, no, you extend an offer to a 5-star. That's not down bad. Losing to
No,
Nevada
that's what I meant.
is
Like,
down bad.
yeah, I meant for that
That's
one.
funny. That's hilarious, is what it is.
MSA from Michigan just lost to Arkansas State.
Yeah.
To what, basketball? Probably. I don't think Arkansas State beat Michigan. I don't think. Wait, did they?
I don't think so. Are we talking about football still? No.
Football, yeah. Michigan won it, but it was ugly though.
Well, they everybody thought they would be terrible that year, so which they were. Um, but yeah, I just didn't think we were gonna be that terrible. Um,
I think here's my assessment of your two teams. Meh.
for who? Oh,
For you guys, I'm not talking about Nebraska. Leave them out of this. Okay.
he's
Michigan's going to be basic. Michigan's like your basic 8-4, possible 9-3 team. Michigan State could be on the verge of making a bowl game here with Jonathan Smith, 6-6, 7-5. So, meh.
that's what you think, but I think Bama goes like 9-3 again. So
No, no, we're not.
yeah, I think they
No,
are. They're falling off.
falling off. Please
I
I got
mean,
Bama losing to Tennessee again.
call me when your team's in the playoffs.
they were just in the playoffs like 2 years ago. So
We were too.
yeah, but we beat your butts in the playoffs. So
That's irrelevant. That's in the past, Nate. Let the past go. Quit holding on.
okay, so you gotta keep it. You gotta stop living in the past too. I mean,
I will give you credit though, being the last team to beat Nick Saban and it being his last game. That was actually pretty funny.
yeah,
I love Coach Saban to death, and I love what he's doing on game day and stuff. Always gonna have respect, but that I can't think of a way to go out than to lose in the Rose Bowl to a team that cheated their way to a national title.
it's you know what's even more funnier? Uh,
What?
that Georgia couldn't beat them.
Oh, Georgia didn't beat us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
Michigan
is
did.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know what? You know what the thing is? The Georgia owns us in football, and then
Michigan.
yeah,
Well, how did what's that? What's that all time record? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna go
like
to Winsipedia.
4-5-1, I think.
College football. Let's play around with this and see. They already got like Ohio State, Texas being a trend here. They're
And
2-2 against each other. Holy crap! 18-8 with Notre Dame and Miami. Anyway, what was I looking at? Georgia, Michigan. Let's see. Georgia.
Nate, you got Snapchat?
2-1, Georgia. 2-1. What else y'all got?
I got Michigan starting 2-2.
Yeah. (2014). Oh, that's right. I think we played them in our opener. We actually have a home and home coming up with West Virginia, and I want to head up Joey and go to Morgantown for that game.
I'd go too because I like West
2014.
Virginia.
Yeah. Almost heaven.
Oh, I'm
West
sure me and Nate can
Virginia.
figure something out.
Yeah. Y'all seen the 3-1 with Florida State we got? Oh, has Florida State ever played Army? Let's see that. They've never met. Wow. I don't think Alabama's met any of the service academies. No, we beat Army in 1988. Wow.
Comments
Okay.
tab. Broadcast tab.
Interesting.
Cookies dialog. Customize. Loading page. Banner region. Search using voice.
I mean, oh, you want to see a funny thing, Ballard? So do Nebraska, but
On here?
yeah, on Nebraska, and compare wins with every SEC team.
SEC team?
Yeah.
3-2 against Bama. Or 2-3 in their case. You're
Okay.
losing.
Try
Arkansas. 1-0.
try Tennessee.
So Nate, why'd you
Here's
cancel
Auburn.
home and home with
Oh,
Tennessee then?
oh, look at this. They beat Auburn. They own Auburn right now.
Yeah.
Even though Auburn did win their lone game in 2006, which was the last time, but they still got 3 wins up on them. You said
Georgia.
Tennessee.
Or yeah, Tennessee. Yeah.
I'll do Georgia next. I want to see Tennessee here. 2-1, Nebraska. Georgia is
New notification.
2-1, Nebraska.
So
Oh,
Nate,
y'all beat
why'd
them
you
in
cancel that home and
2013.
home with
Okay.
Tennessee then?
Yeah.
So that's like what? How many wins? I mean, I know just keep going. So Kentucky.
Oh, are you trying to figure out the wins against the SEC?
Yeah.
Let's start over. Hold on. Let me write these down. I'm gonna add them up. So 2. Let's see, 2-3.
Nate, are you on Snapchat?
Bama.
Yeah.
Can you add me on it?
Sure.
Auburn.
I think that's
3-1.
pretty funny.
Mine's Noah M_35. You can add me, Nate.
Okay.
Arkansas is
Honestly, I would beat you in arm wrestling, though, like most of the Tennessee fans would.
Yeah.
so far what I'm seeing. Y'all are 5-5 against
Not
the
bad.
SEC with what I've wrote down.
But if we do all
If we do all of them, let's see, Florida. 2-0. Oh,
yeah.
Florida's a blue blood, Will.
So Ballard,
What's up?
Michigan State does play East Carolina and North Carolina in a tournament in Hawaii.
In basketball? That'll be fun.
Yeah.
2-1 versus.
Nate, how does this sound for a bet for Michigan State and Michigan?
Oh, we gotta do LSU. Oh my God. 5 wins over LSU and they've never beat you.
TK.
That's hilarious.
I was thinking loser comes on here, thinks the fight, so I want the winner's colors.
Yeah, I could do that.
That's a good bet. That's a good bet.
We have to
Dude,
wear
that
the-
is hilarious.
Is that a
Y'all
bet?
own the crap out of LSU.
Yeah.
Look at this. 30-15, 28-10, 21-20, 6-6 tie, 10-7, 17-12. Okay, so they're not huge blowouts. But you did have an 18-point victory in 84. So who else we got out there in the SEC I could do? Well, might as well get this over with. Shout out Mississippi State. 1-0.
1980.
Is it 1980?
Yeah. Pretty sure it says.
MSU. I'm gonna have to clip this too. This is interesting. Other SEC teams out there. We did Florida. They're 2-0, 2-1 against Georgia. Who else?
Kentucky?
Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Tennessee.
Well, yeah, we could do Kentucky. Yeah, we'll double check. I want to write these down.
Oh, we haven't played. Never mind.
Never played category.
Maybe they.
Never played
Oh, Texas A&M. That's what it is.
Kentucky. Texas A&M.
Because they used to be in Big 12 too.
They were both at the same time, weren't they?
Yeah.
10-4. Wow.
Dang.
You can't be beating up on these service academies.
Yeah, true. Or
Texas? Texas is in the SEC now. That counts.
Now they broke Nebraska, not gonna lie.
10-4. Oh, wow.
If you want to see the matches, they're not even close. Like for score wise.
I have found Bama. I mentioned Army. So far, I think your losing records are Texas and Bama in the SEC.
Yeah. Well, that's because Texas owns us.
And
And
Texas was in the Big 12, so
Yeah.
let's see. We did Auburn, we did Florida.
We're talking about Nebraska.
Let's see.
Missouri.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, Missouri used to be Big 12 with Nebraska anyway.
And plus it's a rivalry.
65, 36, and 3 versus Mizzou. Ole Miss.
Yeah, try Ole Miss then. Yeah. Ole Miss.
1-0 in 2002.
Yeah. I want. Would you say they own us if they one game though?
That's not owning. You got to have a win streak. You got to have a big win streak, like 2 or 3 games plus. Vandy never played.
I don't blame them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well,
there's still plenty. Oh, South Carolina.
Yeah, I think they do own. Maybe
3-1.
Damn.
But South Carolina won the previous matchup in 2011.
That is true. I think that was a pretty good game.
Who else is out there? Who am I missing?
You can't count the former because they are not in the conference.
I'm not counting the former SEC
that's
schools.
what I'm saying.
I got Florida. I got Georgia. I got
did you do
LSU.
Florida? Oh yeah, you did.
I did 2-0 against Florida.
5-0 against LSU.
Never played Kentucky. We found that out. LSU, they're 5-0.
Oklahoma, that's the other one.
Oklahoma, yeah.
One of the biggest rivalries at the time.
Heck yeah. 47, 38, and 3, Oklahoma.
Oof. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I-
I've only done 10.
Yeah,
They've never played Kentucky. That's 11 teams.
yeah.
I know the SEC, but I don't know this. Oh, Tennessee.
Sorry.
Tennessee. How could I forget they're in the SEC?
True.
2-1.
Look, that's funny. Even though they won
2-1
against in
first
2016. Big Orange versus Big Red.
Right? That's
Yeah.
a heck of a matchup.
Now I wanted that game this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think no, it's supposed to be next year. I think, but Nebraska canceled it for some reason, but don't know why. So
Who else is out there? Let's see. Georgia, Florida, LSU. Oh, crap.
do
Hold
we
on.
get all teams? Or current
I
teams?
think current SEC teams. There's no way we've done them all. I got Oklahoma. I got Ole Miss. South Carolina was 3-1. Texas A&M was 10-4.
That's
That
about
might
it.
be it. I think so. That's not 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, take out Army. Hold on. Bama,
Oh,
Auburn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
you don't have to count the wins with
You've played 13 teams plus you've never played Kentucky. That's 14.
so that'll be
There's 16 SEC teams though.
that is true.
Crap.
But
Who am I missing here?
I think that's about
Like
it.
South Carolina, Ole Miss, Missouri, Kentucky. We did Kentucky, I think.
Yeah, and Vanderbilt, but I don't think Nebraska will play Vanderbilt because it's not really worth
Never
it.
played Vandy. That's what it is. I didn't write that down, I don't think.
I think we looked at it and it's just nothing because they had never
Right.
played.
Okay. So overall, let's say if we went off what I have written down right now,
Yeah,
you're looking at I'd have to add it all up.
you don't have to all the wins from Missouri because they own Missouri. You can count it as like
How funny is it though that you've played Texas and Texas A&M, both of them 14 times each?
that's funny. Well, because
And the record's like 4-10 and then 10-4 against one of them.
yeah, I think
That's funny.
it is. You know what's more funnier? LSU.
5-0. Yeah.
Yeah,
2-0 against Florida, 2-1 against Georgia,
wow.
1-0 against Mississippi State.
Even
You
Georgia
own
fans.
Oklahoma. You really own Oklahoma, man. 47, 38, and 3. That's
Yeah,
owning.
yeah.
Never played Kentucky. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna ask Vic about this. How
Yeah.
how does Nebraska own you?
I'd ask Uncle Lou.
I'll
Uncle
be,
Lou would jump on you and say it's irrelevant.
well, history doesn't say it's irrelevant. History shows.
History in college football and history in general is never relevant, man. I mean, it
Yeah,
can be in some cases, but hey, we're built on history, right?
right. I mean, that's what college
That's
football came
fair.
from,
That's our country, man. That's everything.
and that's what college football came from, right? History.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I've been trying to say it. I mean, kind of. I mean, I get mad with Uncle Lou sometimes about like, well, in reality, this is a good team. Look at what they've done on, look at this year, look at that year, blah blah. And I'm like, it's in the past. But then I'm like, dang, he's really got a point.
He does, and I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing with you. Or with
Records
him.
history matters. But
Yeah.
just because you have a winning record and you own someone doesn't mean they can't get you.
Right. And
That's why if you want it bad enough, go win the game. That's why I say that, man. If the players are human. They have emotions and desires and passion for the game and really for other things in life, I'm sure. Education, job, whatever.
we don't care about
They want to
education.
win football games,
Yeah. And
you know?
yeah, win against Nebraska sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had to bring it up because I thought it was funny. Because
Yeah.
I think what's funny is Ohio State has a losing record to the SEC, and Nebraska been irrelevant over the years, but still has a sort of type. Well, I won't say winning record, but a winning is what do you call it? A winning record, kind of against the SEC more than Ohio State. If you think about it, Ohio State has
Yeah.
been relevant over the past decade, and now and Nebraska hasn't. Even though Nebraska has a better record in versus the SEC than Ohio State.
Oh, here we go. Here's a mcube.net. I don't know if I want to trust this source, but it's conference series records.
Oh yeah, I think that's what it is.
Ohio State
Oh,
1-4 against Bama,
oof,
1-0 against Arkansas, 0-1 against Auburn,
oof.
0-2 against Florida. They're really not that good against the SEC. This is like a retro. I don't know
Yeah.
if I believe this type of deal, but
Oh,
anyway,
I thought it was
I'm gonna
pretty
stop
funny.
looking at this. This looks so old.
I thought it was pretty funny because when I looked at that site, it was Nebraska and the SEC. Man,
Yeah,
Nebraska and the SEC, or Nebraska had a lot of wins. Well, maybe it's because they, had the SEC used to had Tulane and stuff, but
yeah.
but I'll pick at TK just because Nebraska owns us.
Yeah. Well, I don't
yeah.
know, man.
Even though
Let's see.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead, real quick.
even though I think Nebraska is decent, but okay.
Yeah. Well, Nate, thank you for coming on, buddy, and MSU fan for showing up in the comments. I have to get to some packing for moving this week
That
on
sounds fun.
Thursday. Yeah. I'll be back in Florida, be with mom and dad, and it's cool. They wanted to paint my room crimson for me, so it'll match my
Nice.
houndstooth chair. Yeah. Roll Tide.
Go
Eat that
Blue.
up.
All right, see you, bud.
See you, buddy. All right. I love all you guys. Jesus loves you. We'll see you later on. And this might be the only show we do this week. We'll see. But either way, just, I don't know, keep in touch and stay tuned for more from Ballard Sports Media.
Hey folks, this is Christian Ballard.